Welcome everyone to our first September class of 2021, our first yin class. My name is Tammy and I'll be guiding you through the next hour. Yin yoga is a style of yoga that is for relaxation. It is a passive style of yoga. Really helps us to pay attention to our body sensations, our breath, our thoughts, really helping us to get in tune with how we're feeling emotionally, spiritually, helping us to clear the mind. So as we move into September, we are very busy getting back into a routine. So for our class, we're going to think about how we can help our mind and our heart and mind reset. Mind, clearing the mind, helping us to think straight, helping us to open our heart to new possibilities. Beginning our class in butterfly. And here I like to, of course, use my props. So have your props ready. Pillows, I like to place them underneath my knees. Bringing the soles, the bottoms of your feet together. Support with the pillows underneath your knees. You could do a shift side to side here. If you would like support for your forehead too, your head, when you do fold forward, please by all means do that. So just let yourself shift a little bit more in this posture, in this pose, and then finding stillness here. You may be upright or fall forward. So now taking a breath in, exhaling, letting it go, fold forward, letting the head hang, arms may come forward. We'll be in butterfly for about 3 minutes. Finding that stillness. If you do need to shift, please go ahead and do so and then come back into stillness. As you start to settle into butterfly, you'll notice that your back will start to release. Holding our poses for longer periods of time helps our muscles to start to release. Two more minutes in butterfly. One more minute. starting to feel yourself letting go, that sinking. Thirty more seconds. With the last 15 seconds, slowly coming out of butterfly. Taking both of your knees back up to the center. Sliding your props over. I'm just going to put mine on this side so you can see me. And then rolling, take your knees over to the side and then come on to all fours. A shift through the body, back and forth. Come to all fours, uncurl the toes, sit back into the heels, into child's pose. Forehead comes towards the ground or a cushion or your fist to help you to feel grounded. Let your mind rest. If child's pose does not work for you, you may use a chair and fold forward on your chair. You may lie on the side of your body, or you can come into cradle. That is with your knees tucked in towards the chest. Two more minutes in child's pose. One more minute here. Gently coming out of child's pose. Come onto the side of your body. Just take your time, always nice and slow. We will do butterfly again. This time it will be reclined butterfly. Here I like to lie down on an incline. If you don't have your cushion handy, it isn't a problem. For butterfly, have those props again so that your knees are supported. And then you can come over to the side of the body and just lie down on your back like this. Or you can remain upright. Or if you want to try the incline, I'm going to use my cork block and I'm going to use my bolster, make my incline, tuck my hips right into my bolster like this, support my knees, lie down on my back, open up my arms to the sides, opening up my heart. Close your eyes, let yourself be. Let's take 3 minutes in reclined butterfly. Use your breath to help you to soften. May exhale through the mouth to let go some more air. Two more minutes. One more minute. The last 15 seconds, we're coming out of butterfly. Nice and slow again. And take the knees up towards the center. You may roll over to the side and then make your way up. I'm just going to set my props to the side so you can see me. And remove my incline. For dragon. Dragon will be our next pose. Coming onto all fours for dragon. Holding dragon here. Stepping your right foot onto the outside of the right wrist. Holding dragon, take your left toes down, take the knee off of the mat. The knee may remain on the mat here or off. You may have support for the knee. If you have a knee cushion, you can double up your mat. If you'd like to make dragon a little bit deeper, come onto the forearms. Your head hangs. Two more minutes. At this point, you start to feel your body start to settle into dragon. Forty-five more seconds. Here we're making our way gently out of dragon. Take your hands back up and then take the right foot back to all fours. Sit back into child's pose. Give yourself a little bit of time here. Come back to all fours. Dragon on the other side. So you can step your right and then left hand forward and then step your left foot onto the outside of the left wrist. Toes down or uncurl the toes. That's your choice there. I like my toes up sometimes for more support for my knee. You may take the knee off the floor. Remember, if your knee is down, have that support. You can double up your mats or have the knee block. Let your hips start to settle. Let them sink a little bit deeper. opening up through the side of our hip, the front of our quadricep. Taking your forearms down to the floor here. Your head hangs. Two more minutes. Forty-five more seconds. Slowly coming out of dragon. Take the leg back and then into child's pose. Come up to all fours. Turn onto the side of your body, onto your bottom. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. So take your feet wider than the hips. Windshield wiper, knees side to side. Let's hold deer here. Deer is taking your, I'm just gonna turn the other way so you can see. Take your right leg in front, take your left leg behind. Sit up tall. You may add a little twist. You may have a pelvic tilt, the left hip here. Dragon will be the hardest pose that we're going to be doing tonight. So dear, let yourself relax here, let your body recover. We really felt those body sensations in dragon. So here, recovering. Enjoy the twist. 30 more seconds. Gently come out of the twist. And into the other side. This time the left leg comes in front, right leg comes behind. Add your pelvic tilt. Sit up tall, and then add the twist. Relax your shoulders. Noticing your breath. Exhale breath being longer than the inhale breath now. So if you're breathing in for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. Thirty more seconds holding deer pose. Coming out of the twist. Taking both legs forward. Open up your legs into a V for dragonfly. And I should say to have a pillow handy. I'm going to use my bolster. If you like, you can use a pillow. I'm going to tuck my pillow, my bolster, right into my groin. And then when I do the fold forward, I can let my upper body rest. Inhale, breath. Exhale, breath. Releasing up and over your bolster. Let the forehead rest. Your forehead may rest on your hands too. Two more minutes in dragonfly. Notice any areas of tightness. I'd like you to use your exhale breath to breathe. Exhale, exhale breath to release that tension. So inhale breath, breathing into those areas that are tight. Exhale breath, release the tension. 30 more seconds. The last 15 seconds, making our way out of Dragonfly. Set your props to the side. And then one of my favorites coming up, Sleeping Swan. Onto all fours. Step forward with the right hand, left hand. Come into downward facing dog. And then step the right leg forward. So you may bring your right leg up to three-legged dog and then bend through the knee, turn your right knee out to the right wrist. Left toes down to help keep the hips square. Folding forward for Sleeping Swan. Forehead may rest. You can use your hands, you can use your pillow, whatever's going to work for you. Again, I like to use a cushion underneath my hip. So for support, if Sleeping Swan does not work for you for your knee, come on to the back, come into figure four, and that is with your right ankle crossed over the left knee. You can wrap your hands around the left leg. Opening up the hip either way. One more minute in Sleeping Swan. Let your body just settle a little bit deeper. Take note of your breath. Use your exhale breath to help you to release a little bit more. Coming out of sleeping swan. Come back to all fours. You may come into child's pose. Shift back through the body. Then make your way back to all fours. This time I'm going to prepare you, so have your cushion or prop, whatever you're going to use, a towel even, for the support. So underneath the hip. Step forward with the right hand, left hand, come into downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, take the left leg up towards the sky, and then bend through the knee. Bring your knee forward, turn the left knee out to the left wrist. Okay, support underneath the left hip with that cushion, or you have a towel. You may lie on the side of the body, or you may lie on your back for figure four, like I showed you before. This time your left ankle would be crossed over the right knee. Toes down to help square the hips. Fold forward, sleeping swan. Forehead is resting on, maybe you want to have a blanket here, or use your hands. If you find that your hips are square, you can uncurl the toes. Checking in with your body here to see if one side of the body may be tighter than the others. One side of the hip is tighter than the other. Let your mind rest. Exhale breath longer than the inhale breath again. Count out your breaths. We have one more minute. Slowly coming out of sleeping swan. Back to all fours. Little shift through the body, and then uncurl the toes, sit back into the heels for child's pose. Release, come up, sitting on the side of your body. And then the next pose will be supported bridge. Using a block here, or maybe you have a hard cushion, I'm going to place it underneath my hips for the support. So coming over to the side of my body, lying down, place your block. So there's three different heights for your block. So not the tallest height, but the second tallest height. And then you're going to place it underneath your hips here, finding where it's going to work. Usually it's at your sacrum. Always looking up towards the sky. Arms coming down by your sides, palms down. So letting those hips be supported. If you need to readjust, please do so. Close your eyes. Finding stillness here. Checking in to see if this opening up through the chest, through the hips will help you to breathe a little bit easier. Checking in to see if your breath is even. Last 15 seconds, making our way out of supported bridge. So just removing your prop from underneath your hips. Take your knees in towards the chest to cradle. Just have a squeeze. If you're not able to lie on your back, you can use a chair for butterfly, and that you would be sitting on the chair and then folding forward. So you turn your knees out to the side, and then, sorry, did I say butterfly? I mean happy baby, or it's stirrup in yen. So you turn your knees out to the side, and then you can fold forward in your chair. So for stirrup happy baby, everyone turn their knees out to the side if you are lying on your back. And then let your knees come towards your armpits. You may hold on to your knee pits, your ankles, the outside edges of your feet, your big toes. So deciding what is going to work for you. Your feet do not have to be up towards the ceiling. They don't have to be parallel. They can be coming down towards the ground too. Just finding that opening into the hips, finding that settle through the body. Close your eyes, let the lips part. Opening into the groin. Another minute and a half. Releasing stirrup. Take the knees in towards the chest. Take your feet down to the ground one at a time. Take the feet wider than the hips. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. Come back to the center. Take both knees into the chest. Squeeze. Legs up the wall. Take the legs up. And the blood back to your heart. Bend through the knees. Take the knees into the chest. And then release. Take your right foot down, the left foot down. We've come to our last pose, Savasana. Savasana, you may use a blanket to place on top of yourself, finding warmth. You may continue with legs up the wall and actually use the wall. You may have the knees bent and lie on your back. You may lie on the side of your body. You may lie on an incline like we did earlier with butterfly, recline butterfly. So finding what is going to work for you for Shavasana. Your legs may come out straight and you can open up the arms to the side. And being warm. Being warm is very important. So if you have your blanket, please place it on top of you too. So I'll just let you have a moment here to get set up. Closing your eyes. Let your facial muscles relax. Bring the lips together and then let them part. Let your neck release. Let your shoulders release, let go. Let your arms feel soft. Let your chest soften, tummy soften. Squeezing your glutes together and then let them release. Coming down your legs, feeling that sinking feeling, that melting, and let them release. Past your ankles and then out through the toes. Feel yourself settle. I will call you back when it is time. We'll be in Shavasana for a good 5 minutes. Slowly starting to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, and coming back to me. Noticing your breath. Noticing your body sensations. Little shift through the body. If you're lying down on your back, please bend the knees. Take your right arm overhead and then roll over to the right side of your body to fetal and make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Your hips may be higher than the knees. Placing your hands to your heart center. Thank you everyone for joining me for Head and Heart Reset. I really hope that this practice has helped you to find peace of mind and that calm that we all desperately seek. Namaste.